The union's influence at home solidified, and the AFT took a more visible role in the fight for workers' rights abroad.
There is no freedom or democracy without trade unionism. The first thing a dictator does is get rid of the trade unions. The very idea of unionism is solidarity. It means I'm not strong enough to do things alone. I've got to band together with brothers and sisters. And you can't just do that with teachers. You're not strong enough. And so you are in a general labor movement with other workers.
Unions around the world look to the U.S. labor movement and to the AFT and Al Shanker as examples of union democracy and democratic leadership.
He was a constant fighter for democracy, whether it was in the AFT, in the labor movement in the United States, or in the broader horizons of the world. And he taught us all and led us all to those same values as well.
With tension building in its struggle for recognition, Poland's solidarity movement was forced to go underground. Under Shanker's leadership, AFT sent funds to keep their newspaper and their spirits alive. In 1981, Lech Walesa, an electrician at the Lenin shipyard in Gdansk, Poland, and the leader of its labor movement, was arrested for his anti-government activities. Soon after his release in 1982, the AFL-CIO gave him the George Meany Human Rights Award. But it wasn't until 1989 that Walesa was able to leave Poland to receive his award in Washington, D.C. While most countries of the world were condemning South Africa's policy of apartheid, many labor leaders, including Al Shanker and the leadership of the AFL-CIO, were reaching out and supporting struggling trade unionists in South Africa. This brought added pressure on the all-white government to end its racist policies and free political prisoners such as Nelson Mandela.
Because we, at that time, were helping them to understand how democratic institutions work, whether it's a teachers' organization, a healthcare organization, or government itself. And so it was a heady time.
When South Africans were finally able to vote in free elections in 1994, the AFT sent a delegation of vice presidents and staff members to act as election observers and witness this historic event, Mandela's election as president.
So help me God.
I'm learning a lot about what it means to be really involved in a democracy, what it means to be a part of change.
For almost a century, the Union has been committed to democracy, equality, and social justice, forming alliances with organizations that shared those values at home and abroad. The AFT severed relations with groups and people that ceased to share those values or tried to promote undemocratic ideals to the Union. The AFT's commitment to human rights never wavered, continuing when Sandra Feldman became the new AFT president following the death of Albert Shanker.